When you think about grief and technology, you don't put those hand in hand. But in today's conversation, I'm going to show you why your story has value and knowing how to return that revenue into legacy. I'm presenting here my friend Batman, real talk. I mean, founder of Arthur's Pen, and he's an entrepreneur and community leader, as well as focused on one simple idea that technology should make life easier and not more complicated. Darryl Gaines today has believed that he's built Arthur's Pen for more than just a reason. He has a passion behind this actual invention. And it's pretty much just understanding that families and funeral professionals, they create meaningful obituaries, memorials, programs, and tributes without the pressure of starting from a blank page. I mean, just hearing his story when we were in Atlanta, it was amazing. But Arthur's Pen, and we'll go through it more, it guides your storytelling, your technology, your thoughtful design to help people capture the memories, the milestones, and stories that matter most. But because of all of this, life is life, right? And so there's so many difficult moments. I am one to capture life's moments, but families should not have to struggle alone. And we're going to talk to an individual today, Arthur's Pen, the founder, Darryl Gaines, the winner of the Apps Built with AI contest, but he helps families, funeral homes, churches, and individuals who want to pre-plan move from overwhelmed and uncertain to having a beautiful, organized tribute. Isn't that amazing? And using technology in 2026 and beyond, Arthur's Pen is more than a tool for creating memories. It's a system for turning memories into a legacy. And I couldn't do that better by showing just a couple of pictures just before our pitch competition in Atlanta, Georgia, in regards to just being live with the big D, Batman. But in regards to showing that it's more than just a person, I got to show you that we are a family. Right. And so this here video shows it up.
It's been so long since you texted me. I finally took a break and now I feel like I'm on ecstasy. You say what my word means to me will one day be the day.
So keep dreaming. Don't stop your dreams and keep going and don't give up. And thank you, Chelsea, my brother.
Baby, I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby.
They call me mama. They call me whatever they want to call me, except this is my money. But I love them, and I guess what? I love you too.
Swear my label gotta free me, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Buried alive, someone come dig me up. If I call up your shorty right now, she picking up. You boys got big on my name. That's big enough.
Come on, I had to bring the GOAT in the building because, again, the GOAT in regards to getting us going. And Michelle said she couldn't find the regular link. Michelle, thank you for coming and showing up. I don't know what's going on with the technology, but we're just going to keep it going. But Justin Burns and this coach and Batman, and we just in time to talk to Darryl Gaines because, again, D, what up, though, brother, my friend? Oh my gosh! I mean, it's so exciting to actually have you here today. Thank you so much for saying yes to the conversation. Oh, I love the background. Well, you got to tell me, what are we doing back there?
Yeah, so I had to come to my shop to get some privacy. But part of my entrepreneurship is I sell vinyl and DTF. Anybody in the t-shirt industry, I help people bring the dreams come true. So I sell vinyl, DTF sheets, graphic design templates. I sell a little bit of everything.
Come on, so many different things that we learn about.
Yep. It's always helping somebody get their dream across. Always.
I love it, Darryl. Seriously, but thank you for saying yes. And for those that don't even know who you are, before we just jump into an app type thing, kind of introduce yourself and kind of tell a little bit about who you are.
Yeah, so you all know my name is Darryl Gaines. I'm an entrepreneur by heart, and I'm a community advocate. I've been in the community space for over 12 years. I'm currently working for a nonprofit called Open Buffalo as the Chief Impact Officer, helping programs get the word out, tell their story, collect the data so we can make a difference outside in the community. Before that, I was in workforce development, helping teens and young adults find meaningful jobs and careers, knocking down barriers, providing resources for those same individuals so that they can, avoid some of the pitfalls that I myself had to endure growing up in the inner city of Buffalo. But everything is everything. Man, I love a good dream. I love knocking down barriers so people's dreams can come true. I love relieving stress. So that's where all my things all come into play.
I love it, and I'm smiling like that. My cousin actually got just her Hall of Fame at Canisius College in Buffalo. Isn't that Buffalo?
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Yes.
So she's a part of the Brittany Russell is a part of the, you know what I'm saying, a part of the college up there. I've been up to Buffalo, New York, so that's nice, amazing. So you share with us entrepreneur type story, and then we end up with Arthur's Pen and Justin's program and coaching. Kind of connect the dots for me. I'm looking at vinyl, but you created something for a funeral. Like, talk to me a little bit about how did this come about in regards to getting involved with Justin's community and even coming up with the idea for Arthur's Pen.
Yeah, so I'm a lifelong learner, and with doing so, I always want to make sure that I'm on top of everything new, everything coming up. And probably 4 or 5 years ago, I went to Miami for a 3-day conference when AI was really just kind of picking up, and I kind of dove into it. So I've been keeping up with it for a little while. When Justin came along, it was at the right time because I've been a graphic designer for over 20 years, and a lot of my bread and butter was obituaries. It was memorial shirts, obituaries. But during that timeline, I saw a lot of stress, all the stress that came along with creating an obituary, trying to collaborate with family members, who's going in, what pictures. I said during the pitch contest in June that one of the pivotal moments was one when my grandfather's obituary was not up to par to my standard to represent my grandfather, Arthur. And another one where a family was fighting over obituary, who was going to be in it, who was not going to be in it, the pictures involved, and it caused a lot of turmoil in the meantime. And they actually had 3 obituaries at the funeral itself, so I saw a lot of stress. So I had been trying to develop something for many, many years. When Justin came along and he said that we can build an app, build a website, build whatever in a matter of days instead of months and years, and save significantly on the money, I'm like, I got to try it out. As a lifelong learner, community advocate, technology geek, I had to try it. So I tried it in January 27th. I joined, and I had a prototype probably within 60 to 90 days. Still haven't launched because I'm on the back end with Justin working on some things, but I still haven't launched. I'm looking to launch probably mid-September, September 12th probably.
Love it, love it. So is it okay if we show the page that we have here, or do you want to wait in regards to that?
Sure. It's a waitlist page, but you can definitely sign up. And there'll be updates coming out, but you can definitely sign up.
Okay. So for the waitlist page, we want to make sure that in regards to, it's a beautiful page, by the way. And I want to go ahead and put that in the comments as well. I'm about that life. And so I've been an insurance producer for over 16 years. And so how would someone like myself, because again, just not even knowing, I was standing next to someone that has created this amazing tool, right? How would someone like me, who's an insurance producer, or will be able to benefit from something like this in regards to this invention?
Yeah, you know what? If under the sound of my voice, if you can see me, if you can hear me, you pretty much need the app. You can avoid a lot of stress for your family if you create your own app, if you're pre-planning in the insurance realm, if you just pre-plan, and it is a lucrative business because everybody needs to do it or should do it for their loved ones. But then there are times where we don't pre-plan and we have to do it for our family members and friends, and we have to create it. So Arthur's Pen it's a step-by-step, it's a guide. It's almost an interview process, and it takes away some of the questions, and it just kind of streamlines the entire process. So you can get it done in maybe an hour or so, opposed to having to string it out, deal with it, because it's a lot of stress in a very short period of time. And what I wanted to do with Arthur's Pen was take some of that stress away.
And I love that because, again, that's one of the key times is I've done obituaries as well, right? Putting together the obituaries in those times of grief. Talk a little bit about the name Arthur's Pen and that story. Like, how did you get the name Arthur's Pen? Go a little deeper. I know you shared with us in Atlanta in regards to the pitch competition, but for those that's never heard of it, how did you actually come up with that name and why Arthur's Pen?
Yeah, so it was dear to my heart. So my grandfather's name is Arthur. I am the 5th generation. My son is a 6th. My nephew is a 7th generation Arthur. So with that,
So was it Daryl Arthur? Was it
it
Daryl
is
Arthur?
Darryl Arthur. Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
Yep. So it's
okay.
Darryl Arthur. And actually the legacy, the tradition is there's a senior, there's a junior, and then they either change the first or the middle name. So we interchange first and middle name throughout each generation. But everybody has an Arthur in there somewhere. So when my
Awesome.
grandfather passed away in 2018, I didn't like his obituary. Shout out to my uncle. He wanted to do his father's obituary. I said, Uncle, let me help you out. But it wasn't up to par. Pictures were stretched out. Some of the verbiage, there was some fighting amongst family who was going to be in, who wasn't. The cover didn't do my grandfather any justice. And again, coming from a design background, it was good enough. But I didn't think it did enough for him. So when I made this app, just writing down Arthur's pen because you're going to scribe, you're going to take care of family. It was just it was a what do they call it? A passion of love or something like that. It was something I had to put together because my grandfather stood out to me.
And that's so beautiful. And even with AI, right? So, how does AI play a part in that process to make the person utilizing it even better? And I'll
Mm-hmm.
go to the next question as well. But how do you
Mm-hmm.
incorporate AI in that to actually help people save time and money during that time frame, right?
Yeah, from the start. So usually obituaries, if you go to a graphic designer or even some of the mortuary services, you're going to pay anywhere from 75 to 225 just for design work, and then you're going to have to print somewhere else, whether it be your local Kinko's or print shop. With Arthur's pen, you pay a set fee. You'll end up getting a free acknowledgement card, but then you can expand on that. And where agentic AI comes into play is it will walk you through questions and help you through. And also, what we want to incorporate is if anyone is feeling sad, they're feeling down, the AI is going to witness that depression and they're going to ask if there's depression and they're going to offer services so that no one is left out there having to deal with some of those emotions while they're building it, whether it be by themselves or with family. So the AI is going to be really intuitive, making sure that they ask the right questions, help you guide that story so that you're not all over the place when you're trying to stress and mourn about your loved family members and friends, but you can put it all together in a shorter period of time and then get it to a print shop, saving a lot of money.
Oh, wow. And that's the key. So, again, I wanted to address because that was a lot that you unpacked there because I wanted to touch on their question, but I wanted to make sure I acknowledge TA as well. So, what up, though,
Okay.
TA? And so her question was, do you suggest you do it with the loved one? For example, should my sibling and I consult my mother? Good question, TA. Thank you. And it was kind of on the same line of what I was thinking. So I'm so glad, TA, that you asked that. So, Darryl, there's a good question for you.
Yes, we do suggest pre-planning. I've been doing obituaries for almost 20 years. Pre-planning is always best because when you go to write that obituary and you want the first person story is always best. Here's where I went to school. I don't want that in there. No, I don't want that person in there. This is what it is. Now that ain't your uncle. All that good stuff comes out, and it's even though people don't want to talk about it, it does bring people together because you
Yeah.
care enough to put the documentation down, and you get some pretty good stories out of it. It's time together with the family.
And thank you for that. That was a great insight. And what up, though, Tunde? She said, well, hello, family. Thank you for tuning
How
in
you
live
doing?
and joining us as well. And so, in regards to and this is a real good question in regards
Mhm.
to writing your own obituary.
Mhm.
And so, say, for instance, I'm single, no, just whatever the reason may be, in
Mhm.
regards to someone that may want to write their own obituary, because sometimes I actually refer that to my clients when they ask that different suggestion. What do you actually see how Arthur's pen can leverage that type of scenario?
Definitely.
Because
When
I'm
you click on Arthur's pen, it says, "How are you? How's it going? How can I help you today?" And it literally jumps into that interview. It's asking if you're going to write one for yourself, if you're pre-planning, or for a
Mhm,
friend or family member. So once you click on "Let's get started" or "Let's
mhm.
chat," it's going to take over for you. It's going to start. It's going to make it smooth. It's going to make it easy. It's going to ask you the questions. And if you're not sure, you can say, "I'm not really sure. Let's do something different," and it will shift.
So tell me this, my friend, in regards to like funeral homes, how can they
Mhm.
leverage Arthur's pen to be able to maximize, people that's coming in? I remember so many different scenarios. They always call me because, of course, my background, right? So with funeral homes, they have packages and things like that that will help people during those times.
Right.
Talk about how Arthur's pen would actually come in to be able to benefit as this piece of technology, right? To
Yes.
versus where things are now. How I had so many.
How does that
I
work?
was looking forward to this conversation, my friend, because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, there's so many. It's such a need out there for this.
It is. So I've been talking to funeral homes, churches, hobbyists, entrepreneurs. I've been talking to the Gambit. After the pitch contest, so many people started emailing and calling about opportunities where it can fit. And what I realized was that if you like, you can offer a lower cost to relieve some of the stress of a very short period of time. We have to make a lot of decisions for your loved ones. Sometimes even with different cultures, you have to get this done within 3 days. That's a lot of pressure to
Right.
get something like that done for your loved ones and get a story together, images, and everything else that you have to do with it. So with those organizations, churches, funeral homes, insurance agents, all those people, even hospice. I got a call from a hospice. It takes away just some of the questions, some of the
Mm.
stress. You can lower the price to relieve
Mhm.
some of the stress. You can get things done faster, and you can leave the loved one, whether you support them personally or over Zoom or whatever. You can support them in any way because you can do it online. If they need to be emotional, they can come back to it. They can collaborate with the family members. It's just a lot. It's a lot of support in a very simple format.
And simple is what I noticed too, because that's what I loved about your whole concept. But you know how we have find the leak, fix the plan, build the legacy, right? So the key part of building the legacy in regards to this, how do you see this being so impactful? Because again, you're carrying on the Arthur name, right, all throughout your family. Just so, and I'm learning so much, many things, and building wealth and legacy is not just about money. It's about so many different things, like you're saying, sharing as well. So
Yes.
talk about like why is legacy important to you to even carry on this technology? You do, 20 years you shared, right?
Yes.
Entrepreneur doing textiles, and why
Yes.
you do something like a passion, a vision.
You know what? All the things that I do, I have a website, newyorkdistro.promo is my
Okay.
promotional website. That's where I do all of the big names, the hospitals, the schools. I do promotional items, and out of all the things that I do, for some reason, obituary just hit home for me. I've sat at dining room tables. I've sat in people's homes while they cried, strangers that are pouring out to
Mm.
me just because they're trying to get something done and they're trying to promote um, just their own legacy. They're trying to put that story. Oh, thank you for that. They're trying to put their story together. They're
Gotcha.
trying to figure out between their siblings what their mother wanted, what her wishes were. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to take some of that pain away. I've seen so many families torn apart by just trying to figure out what their loved one wanted. And I know for a fact, and I've told many people many a times, um, using scripture and non-scripture, that that's not what your
Mhm.
loved one wanted. They want you to sit here. They want you to celebrate their life. They want you to get it together in a smooth, concise, loving way and just give
Mhm.
them that last bit of memorial so that people can go and mourn, so they can start the healing process, so they can remember their loved ones in a certain type of way. So that's where it really came from. It was really just seeing the pain in so many faces at all ages, all demographics, all cultures, and I wanted to do something about it.
And I love that too. And do you come, can they do both? Like here in Detroit, Michigan, we do like T-shirts if someone passes
Mm-hmm.
away. So do you have like those orders where you've done obituaries as well as done some printware and things like that as well, using both skills?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yep, that's why I mentioned the promotion because that kicked off also. So I've done t-shirts, rugs, towels, blankets, any promotional item. You'll be surprised. In Buffalo, we celebrate our loved ones, and we always want something to cherish their memories. I've done Stanley Cups. Somebody asked me for a Stanley Cup with the loved one on it. It was, and of course, if I can, I oblige. But that legacy is real. And like you said, it's not about money. It's just about remembering that loved one, making sure that you can always remember who they were to you, to your family, because people touch hearts, and you want to remember that.
So I love that. And we got to touch on something you mentioned and sort of values, right? And having
Mhm.
values, being able to talk about a little bit the why and passion behind, everything that you do. I noticed like, and the reason I'm bringing this up, when you're now the coach Coach Batman. Come on, the tech coach of Asheville with AI. That's amazing. If I had one of them applause things, I would do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, you're an amazing coach. And when I was listening, honestly, when you were coaching, coach, was the values that you brought to the table. I'm listening to you in regards to how the legacy started with your app and your tech build, and then as well as your 20-year experience with New York distro promo, and then you're an entrepreneur and doing. I know you're doing a lot of things. You're a family man. You're a husband. You're a father. Talk to me a little bit about the values of what you provide in the coaching space. Because what I heard when you were coaching the tech call, it wasn't, okay, go to GitHub and go to Claude and go. You were teaching us how to breathe. You were teaching us to slow down. And the key reason I wanted to bring that up is because, when we look at appearance, and I didn't know what you was going to come with, Coach. I was, you know what I'm saying, D? I didn't know what you was going to come with, but you calmed everybody down during the call. How did you learn to inspire people in such a way in regards to taking technology and your passion and then raising your hand to be a coach on top of that? I was thoroughly impressed in regards to how you're just relating with people and just using yourself all the different ways. So back to the question of values, like how do you take all of these values, because that's what legacy is about. That's what I'm learning, more and more. How did was it someone that inspired you? Was it a mentor in your past? Was it a family member that showed you the way and held your hand besides your grandfather? Because we know that's what the tech is about. But how did you become you? You were amazing. Today said congrats, Coach, too. She said congrats.
Appreciate you. Thank you. You know what? It's me pushing myself. My experiences. And I have to give glory to God because I've been through a lot and I've prayed myself out of a lot of things. And what I try to give people is a light just to walk in. So if I can help you, I will. If I give you words of encouragement, motivation, I will. If I need to give you a very intimate story to let you know that I've been there, I will. And a lot of times that's where my passion and my values come from, just trying to, again, get rid of the stress. My wife is a big part of that. She showed me so many things. I was a rough kid. I was a rough guy. And when she
what's rough? I'm from Detroit.
Rough.
Rough is, you're Buffalo. What's
but I'm from
the D. What up, though? Right?
It's my rough. It's my rough. So project kid. So it was my own rough. And I saw some. I went left when I should have went right a couple times.
Right.
And at the end of the day, she showed me that there's something outside of Buffalo. You need to travel. You need to be here. You need to be present so that you can live longer and healthier in abundance. So I mean, it's always the experience. I take every experience to heart, and I learn something from every single experience. Even you. So when we started the Baby Goat chapter, I was like, she gonna push me out of this introvert thing. So when I saw that coach, when I saw that application come up, I said, this is what she was talking about. Let me raise my hand. Let me apply. I'm probably not going to get it, but let me apply. And lo and behold, we went through the process and I did get it. So as a coach, I want to help people do the same thing. Avoid those barriers that stop people from shrinking themselves when they should be big. And as small as you think you are, there's so much room for you to grow. Like I want to be that. I want to be that voice. I want to be that strategic planner that helps you out of that.
And I have to congratulations on the new position, Coach. That's what TA wants to provide you as well. So, I mean, seriously, because the great thing is, and I want to talk a little bit about the introvert-extrovert thing. I play on it a lot because my business partner is an introvert as well. And so seeing you raise your hand, it just made me feel so excited for you and then get the position of actually coaching. But take us back to actually raising your hand for the introvert-extrovert pitching. How important is it, D, not only for you as an introvert because I'm me, like I know I'm, but
you got
as an introvert, as an introvert, as someone that's out there that may be building their vision or nervous in the corner, but may not be able to have the voice to get that out. How important is it to stand up and be a coach? Because that also is what I was applauding you on. Because again, introverts have to see this action. How important is it for you getting out of your comfort zone, because I appreciate you doing just even listening to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? It's the push. It's the push. I knew it was time for me to just do something different. And you'll always hear a former introvert say that it was time to be an extrovert, because I'm still an introvert. I still have a social battery. I still need to wind down. If I'm in a crowded room, you may see me step to the side for a couple of minutes, maybe go to the restroom and not do a thing. Just get away from it, right? So I'm still that person on the inside, but I know something Justin said on a call when we were talking about abundance and quantum leaping was that the that how did he say it? Oh, no, don't quote me, but he said that introvert is an excuse to be quiet so that people don't see your gift. And when he said that, it literally clicked, and I was like,
"Oh,
okay,
that's huge.
I get it." And a lot of times I'll listen to those little things. And like I said, I take something from every experience, whether it's small or large. I can learn something from it, and that's the space that I try to live in. So again, that's what I try to do for others.
And Cindy knocked it on the head again. So she actually stated that you sound like you invested in yourself, and now you're sharing that investment with others. I learned another word, D, called ultravert. And I honestly think I'm an ultravert too. Now, ultravert, what that is, an ultravert is a in-between of an introvert and an extrovert. And the reason I think that I might be both too is I don't mind being, like, if I come out, of course, I'm energy Adriane, but I don't mind I'll do the same thing. I'll go to the bathroom and regroup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll take a minute. I do. But the key thing is, because you never know who you can impact on the way to your why. So that's why I bring the energy any and every time I come to do anything, because that's God has given me the opportunity to be here. So when I think about you, D, and now talking a little bit about Buffalo, New York, and coming from New York and going down to Atlanta, and your wife exposing you to different things. And it sounds like you're open to different things as well. Talk about, like, how are you open to being able to have mindset and mental awareness for being open to different change? Because that's what you're doing. Because I know you said something in your app is dealing with mental awareness and mindset and calmness. All of these things are so important, especially in regards to just in period, not even just death. Why is mental awareness important for you as a male king? Because again, I know a lot of people would love to hear.
Yeah, no, that's a tough space to be in. I wasn't necessarily taught to be emotional or emotionally intelligent. I was not taught that. I had to go through some tough times to realize that I needed to be emotionally intelligent, so that I wouldn't harm myself or my family. And while I was going through that phase, that's some of the stuff that I had to pray myself out of. And that's why I also decided that I could be a light, speaking to men, period. Not just Black men, but men, period, because we have a certain set of emotions, and there's a stigma behind being emotionally intelligent as a male. So when that mindset pops up, it's always from a neutral standpoint. Yes, you need to be emotional. Yes, we can still grab some of that testosterone energy and make sure that you're still a man about your emotions, but being emotionally intelligent is okay. So that's the mindset that I try to stick to. And again, it all boils down to less stress. Everything I do is pretty much less stress.
So for me, what I do, I have a routine, right? Especially doing a lot of work from home, right? I know you may be out. So do you happen to have a routine? Like, for example, I get up, I read for 30 minutes. I have a Bible study with Adriane Mayes. I do my walking for 30 minutes. I make sure I eat 3 times a day. And I do therapy once a week in regards to mental health, because again, I got to make sure this alcoholic mindset stays here in the non-alcoholic range. So talk to me. Do you have like a mental process that you have for yourself that will make sure that you're doing self-care? Because a lot of men or people, individuals in general, self-care is so huge, but it starts with a system. So do you happen to have a system that you do on a consistent basis to make sure you feed yourself self-care?
Yeah, I don't have one that I can write down. I'm just very aware of when I'm agitated, when I'm comfortable, when I'm not comfortable. I make sure that I voice my opinion instead of keeping it closed in. And I attend church every Sunday, and extra activities. But church is a definite on Sunday, whether it's online or in person. I make sure that I'm consistent. I try to show up as best as possible. When I can't show up, I'm very honest about what I'm doing, so
Talk
that
about
I'm
it.
not dropping the
Yes.
ball. And again, so I can be that light where people know that it's okay to make mistakes, but you have to own your mistakes, fix your mistakes as best you can, and keep it pushing. But I guess my biggest thing to answer your question is I don't have something to write down, but I'm just very aware of my emotions and articulating and communicating those emotions to people that may not know what I'm going through.
Oh, and that's the key thing because what I'm realizing, a lot of people keep all the pain inside instead of are
Mhm.
able to vocalize that pain.
Yeah.
So is in regards to a safe space, um, in support, how important is community? As again, the Asville with AI and Justin Burns, I got to, like I said, this program,
Hmm.
it would not be if without the support and the love with the Apps with AI family that Justin Burns has
Yeah.
built in
Yeah.
regards to that. So, how important is it to have community? And when you're even trying to do whatever you're trying to do in regards to technology,
Hmm.
how
Yeah. It's it.
important is community in regards to cheering you on? And
It
so, like Tunde said, she has a self care system. That's what.
you
So
have. Yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea
it
to have.
is.
If you can create a system, yes. If you don't have a system, wing it till you can.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
but
Right.
as far as community, it's
Hmm.
the old saying, "It takes a village." It's not just
Yes.
for kids. It's
It's
not.
not.
I mean, when you get to be 40 plus, 50 plus, I imagine 60 plus, it's just it's important to know that you're not going through stuff by yourself. Whether it's
Mhm.
the AI, the tech space, you trying to figure out your phone, you trying to figure your kids out, you trying to figure yourself out. It's nice to know that somebody is literally going through the same type of issue that you're going through. I put in the chat today in the WhatsApp group.
Mhm.
We're going through some things. What step are you at? Where are you at? Let's see who can help out with that issue because somebody is going to have something to say positively to impact how you get to your goal, how you get to your finish line. So
Mhm.
community is a must. And I'm saying like Justin says 1%. We're gonna be the 2 percenters in a minute because
That's
it's
it.
so many people that need that connective tissue to just get
Yeah.
to the goal. And he teaches so much more than just app building. So the quantum leaping, the mindset, all the things and the people that he brings to the table, bringing me on board. Like I'm honored to be able to talk to people and help them through their technical issues, the mindset, the barriers. I love it. So community is a must.
And think about this too, D. What do you think you brought different to the team that because I know the answer to this, but what do you think you brought different to the team that made him raise his hand to bring you on? Because I already know the answer, but I want to see where it comes from in your perspective. And if you're actually here in the chat, if you want to answer, because I know the answer to this. As
Um,
one who's observant, but why do you think that he actually said yes to you, Darryl Gaines, in regards to you? Besides the fact that you're amazing and you won the pitch competition and that you're awesome and God fearing. I mean, in
yeah,
abundance is your middle name, and we always love those type of kings in our life. But
yes.
what do you think there was a quality that they saw as a team when they made and said yes to you?
I don't know because they didn't tell me. But they did during the final stages of it. Um, they said that I give a very open and gentle aspect to the tech space and supporting other people. So I would imagine I would imagine that's why they brought me on because I listen and I try my best to make sure that you have what you need. So that would be my guess, but I really don't know.
Do you remember during the actual how you started your pitch in Atlanta, Georgia? Do you remember what you told everybody?
Oh, the breathing, yes.
Did you see anybody else start authentically like that?
No, I did not. No,
Did you see that you brought your bespoke, unique you to the table? You versus
yes,
you.
yes,
Nobody else brought that angle because nobody else, and that's what I knew what the answer was. You're unique. You bring your own angle. You understand that this space is something you have lived life a little bit, And so, in other words, we got to see people. It's cool to see like the billionaires because we're all going to go to the 1%. We're going to the trillionaire status, but
Right.
to get from A to B, we got to see those leaders along the way. And Darryl, when you got up there on stage as an introvert, right? You know what I'm saying? You've already introduced yourself to a community of that you're not liking to do this. And then you got up and raised your hand to do it. Right. And then you not only did it in Atlanta, Georgia from Buffalo, New York, you actually took it to the video. It was live too. So you went all the way around the world with it. That only 12 people were on that stage. You and I and 10 others. And so the reason why, because you're you. I mean, and I don't want you ever to hesitate that on it when somebody asks you that, bro, because you told us all to breathe. Michelle knows it. Zendaya knows it. TA, I'm telling you. And you told us, and it was so funny because I was like, dang, I didn't think of that one.
Yeah.
And you know what's so funny though? When you breathe and slow life down a little bit and take on the opportunity, and that's what your app represented. That's what Arthur Penn's represented. And that's what you represent. And that's what I saw when you were coaching the other day. And I'm so proud of you, bro. I just had to, I just wanted to see how you were going to answer. But you got to know, I'm your cheerleader. Batman Robin, I told you that.
I got you.
I keep trying to share it with you, but you know what I'm saying? So I'll say all that to say, because I mean, I know you've been through challenges. What do you do when you get into those rough times where it's kind of difficult to get out? And, you know, because everybody has a way. Like I might go and I used to play basketball, but my knees said, no, thank you. So I go for a walk, right? So what do you do now in regards to like when you go through those challenges? Do you have a system? I have the pause, ponder, pray, and proceed before decisions. Like, do you have something when you're having those challenging moments, anxiety moments, when nothing is working out right, that you actually kind of do to kind of get through?
I do. I take a minute for myself. Yeah, I breathe. I may go for a walk. I usually will sit by an element, whether it be fire or water, just to calm things down. Faith-based, whether you believe in God, whatever you believe in, you have a faith base. There's a higher energy that you need to be focused on. I call mine Jesus Christ. But there's an energy that you need to focus on just to recenter yourself, make sure that you're okay. Like they say, put your mask on first. You need to make sure that your mind is clear and that you can. I try my best to say there's an A and a B. After you make that A or B decision, there's another A or B. I try not to mix it all up into a bunch of different decisions. I try to tone it down so there's no real gray area in decision making. Even though there's some gray aspects, there's no gray area. You have to choose white or black, A or B, yes or no, and then you can branch off and make another yes or a no decision. So that's really what it is. I take a minute, I breathe, I turn back to faith and pray, and then I make decisions. So that's probably if I had to write it down, that's what I do when I'm in a situation.
I love it. And it's so simple and easy because that's what you want to keep it real simple. Today said you brought the clients, the app builder and community says it is serving. So that was, so you do serve because that's, you even saying yes to the opportunity. Even we talk about it casually, but this is your time and time is the most valuable asset that anyone can have. So I definitely have to throw your hands up and say yay in regards to that piece as well. So in regards to legacy, I know you have children as well. How important is it for your children to look up to you and say job well done for you? Or what do you want your children to say about the path that you've taken in fatherhood?
Oh man, I want my kids to scream to the hilltops that I was the best dad out. my daughter's 24, my son is 23. And they're the world to me, man. I there's no way on God's green earth that I would be this driven without my kids. I need them to see me. I say that I want to be a light to others, but I need them to see me as a light first. I make mistakes. I need them to see me correct my mistakes. I need them to see me own all of my mistakes, own my successes, and be better than me. I tell my son and my daughter all the time, I'm the only person that wants in this world that wants you to be better than them. So I need, like, my kids need to know that that their father loved them to death. I hope this recorded. You can play it back.
Definitely.
for my kids.
You know what I'm saying? Give them a shout out because you have
Yeah.
to, because the love for the child. I mean, I don't have children, but I definitely understand family and how a child feels. My mother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
it's nothing like it, man. Nothing like it. My daughter Anaya, my son Jalen, man, they nothing like it.
I
It's the
love it.
driving force. My wife, she pushing me. She
Right.
guiding me when I get stressed out, but they're the driving force.
And I love the family oriented piece of it too. But talk about that one piece of fear, which stops a lot of people from
Oh yeah.
doing the things like you did, like raising your hand to become that coach, or raising your hand for the pitch competition, filling out the application. Like how did you feel going through the application and just putting it in? Like talk about that fear. How do you handle that, bro?
I'll be completely honest. Before January 27th, when I joined this group, I probably would not have done half of the stuff. I've been in situations where it's been my job, so I did it for a paycheck. I've done it for situations where I'm comfortable because I know the people in the room, I know the format, I know the subject matter. I've done it in those spaces because I teach after school program and things like that. But to volunteer, to step up in a room full of strangers that I've just met, to get on stage when I know I'm about to be on online, all of that, it scared the mess out of me. I think I said on stage that my stomach was over there and I was over here, like I was gone. But I knew after when Justin said that piece and things started to align with how I was living my life. After Justin said that introvertness is an excuse to hold back with your gifts and talents, I was like, yeah, he's right. I gotta step up. So myself and Michelle, who's also in the group, we just said we're gonna start volunteering, we're gonna ask our questions, we're gonna be that person. So every opportunity, I try my best to at least give a little bit more than what I usually did.
And don't we love the one saying that I love Justin says is abundance is our birthright. What that means when I hear it, it makes me always work 10 times harder. It's nothing knocking anybody that works a 9 to 5, but as an entrepreneur, it's one of the loneliest sports in the world.
Yes.
And so when you realize that, again, Tunde said this is empowering, and thank you so much, Tunde, as well, because
appreciate you, Tunde.
The key thing is to see what you're showing is transformation. What you shared here today is you started with the program in January 27th of 2026, and to now, not only have you
you cut out a little bit.
Yeah, it did. It just, the devil. I was going too.
Yep, I got you. I got you. Technology.
So Nichelle agreed with you. She said, yes, we did. And Nichelle has been nothing but supportive since day one. Nichelle, I always give you a shout out because she's so supportive to everyone in the community. But so those introverts that might be, listening right now that might still have that fear, what would you actually encourage them or share with them to be able to help them get through that, to be able to help them to get going? Because
one step at a time. This is not literally, if you're scared, take what you can and push yourself just a little bit. You don't have to jump all in. You don't have to put a cape on. You just have to get 1% better every time you feel like you're being challenged. It will get easier. If you don't want to ask a question, just raise your hand and maybe put something in the chat. Like just a little bit at a time. And if you need help, reach out. Like we did the Baby Go competition, and every competition, I want to, if willing, Adriane and I are going to do this competition where a couple of weeks beforehand, we allow people to just pitch, keep pitching, because the more you do it, the more you practice, it will become easier. Like right now, when this camera came on, I did have butterflies. I know Adriane is cool. That's my girl. It's official, but I still have butterflies. But now that we're in the discussion, so it's smoother. It's a little bit calmer. The next time she had me on, or next time we got to do something together, it won't be as bad. So you just got to keep practicing. 1% every day, 1% every week. Just keep pushing yourself just a little bit.
And we preach like 10 minutes a day, just 30 days. It can make a transformation for you. And TA agreed with Nichelle because Nichelle, you are freaking amazing. I don't, we'll yell from the mountaintops. Like, she is like, and I'm like, how does she do it? Like, she called me one time. She was driving from work. She's like an hour and a half drive. And then she's still tuned into my live. And she could have listened to the radio station. She could have watched Invest Fest. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like the people, I appreciate when people allocate time, and I don't mind yelling that. Seriously, thank you.
I realized I just realized something. Every time I'm on a camera in this group, there's some reason to say Nichelle name. Every time.
She's always there. Like, she's always got our back, bro. Like it's one of those. Justin has created this family where and I'm so happy to be a part of it. It's like we don't mind helping each other, and it's all holds barred, no negativity. It's not everybody is working towards their why because we know we can share in hope of saving someone else's life. That's the key. So I definitely appreciate your time, and I want to get to the fun called the top 8, which kind of narrows in a little bit more about you, and then that way it's kind of fun too. And then I'll let you get back to your day so I can make sure I stay within the hour. So I'm trying to be better. So, in regards so the first question is the fun question. So if you could be any type of superhero, what superhero would you be? And Nichelle says she loves us because yes, we definitely love you because you freaking awesome.
Definitely, all love. Yes.
If you could be any superhero, D, what superhero would you be and why? I would be myself, Flash, because I'm a Delta, so that was my line name is Flash.
Okay.
Which superhero would you be?
Okay, that's funny. My line name was Amos, like the gentleman in the Bible. Yeah, the Peter Pan of the Bible. The Robin Hood of the Bible.
You're a Sigma though, right? You're a Sigma.
I am. Yep. Next to every Delta, there's a Sigma. Yep.
That's the true statement. My best friend is a Sigma.
Yeah, got to. Blue 5. Superhero. What would I be? I would probably have to be Black Panther because he's still human, but he dibble dabbles in technology.
Yeah,
the brother's handsome. So you I gotta give it to Black Panther, or I would probably be a superhero that could like touch trash somewhere and have all the trash that person threw out like transport to their living room just to annoy them. Because I'm also a tree hugger, so it'd be between Black Panther and whatever that superpower would be.
Okay, that's interesting. That's hilarious. And Nichelle's playing along too. So she said that she would be Iron Man, super tech curious. So love that one as well. I like the Black Panther. That's a good angle. Okay, so the next question is for you, your younger self. If you could give your younger self one piece of advice, 16-year-old self, what would that advice be? I would tell myself to love myself through it all. What would that one piece of advice be for yourself and why?
I would hug my younger self.
I know, me too.
I would hug my younger self and tell them it's gonna be okay. You about to go through some tough stuff because you hard-headed. But you're gonna get through it, and once you come out on the other end, you still gonna have some tough stuff, but you're gonna be able to deal with it differently.
I wanted to deep dive into that, but that was really good. Okay, awesome. So if you could actually have your brand in one word, what would that one word be and why? My one word is resilience, because again, with God on my side, there's nothing I can do. What about you? What was that one word for you and why?
Stress less. Because everything I do, stress less is a powerful word. Stress kills. And if you tell anybody that you want to relieve stress, doesn't matter who they are, where they're from, what color they are, what's going on. If you let them know that you want to relieve a stress, their ears gonna perk up because everybody has a stress.
Yeah, that's true. That was a good one because I haven't had that one before. That's why I was like, stress less. Okay.
Stress less. Yes.
I love that. what now in regards to the next question I have for you is in regard. Okay, so we talked about the younger self, and so you're
Mhm.
from Buffalo, New York, right? Where are
Born and
you
raised,
from,
born
and
and
where do you
raised.
call home now?
Yeah, born and raised, Buffalo, New York. If I leave, I'm always have a home here. So I
Okay,
wanna
that's
move. I want to retire to Jamaica or St. Martin's.
oh, you have background in Jamaica.
My wife is from Jamaica.
Okay, beautiful. I
Yeah.
love
Well,
it. I
I'm
love
sorry.
it.
Her family's from Jamaica. She's actually born in New York City.
Okay, okay. So my next question was travel. What was the favorite place you've traveled to and why? And so for myself, it's Toronto. My cousin Chris Bosh, he played
Okay.
and threw me off. Life is crazy.
Okay.
So for you, what's your favorite place for travel and why?
It's gonna have to be Jamaica. I've been several times. Jamaica is always peace.
Jamaica too.
They have a certain culture just to relax you. There's water and there's nature everywhere. It's just it's really relaxing. Good food. And in most parts, you can just sit down, relax, and be easy.
Okay. Oh, Michelle says she can't wait till we're together again, and I agree because
Yeah,
it was like a
likewise.
holy
No,
family. It
likewise.
was like a real good flow. It's like it was good people. It wasn't
It
any type
was
of animosity.
good
It didn't feel
energy.
like one of those. I've been to a lot of conferences, like work conferences, and it was like my first app building conference, first pitch
Hmm.
conference, and it felt like a
Hmm.
good vibe. So I kind of
Yep.
like that flow. It was a real good flow. So anyway,
Remember
my next
Justin?
question.
Remember
Go ahead.
Justin said, "I don't know why you're over there hugging. Y'all in the competition."
Right? We all
So
over here
yeah,
huddling together, praying for each other.
yeah,
I was like, yeah,
yeah.
we were all. It was we had
It's
no
all love.
opposition whatsoever. It's all love. So,
It's
in
all love.
regards to a book or a movie for your mindset, do you happen to have a book or a movie that helps you in regards to mindset? The book for myself is the Bible. Oh, and my book now,
Hmm.
Building Wealth and Legacy with AI. I got to add my book to the list because this is my
Hmm.
book.
Yeah.
As well as the movie is Sinners. You know, you got to invite people in.
Okay.
What
Yep. Yep.
what would you share? What would book be the book and the movie for you?
Um, I definitely would have to shout out the Bible. But on a holistic level, Bible. But my book is probably Buy Back Your Time.
Oh,
Um, yeah, Buy Back Your Time is a good book by
okay.
Dan Martell. He's one of my unofficial mentors. And then the movie, I would have to say either The Matrix or The Jerk. I know it's a fire, but I love to have a good time. I love to laugh. So The Jerk is one of my favorites just to unwind. And then The Matrix again because of that technology piece.
Right, right. That's awesome. Okay, the blue pill or the red pill? Which pill are you gonna go with?
Yeah, pick yes or no. Yeah, yes, you're gonna plug in, get unplugged. We gonna get it done.
So you're going to pick one of the two. So you have to pick one though. I love that. So
Pick
the
one.
next question,
The Matrix.
huh?
Matrix.
It's
The
right.
Matrix. So I gotta
The
pick one.
Matrix.
Yeah.
So, in regards to a day or a time of year or a season that stands out for you, like for me, it's my
Hmm.
sobriety date, which is November 20th,
Okay.
2023. So, it's 32
Okay.
months sober. And honestly, and I say it from the mountaintops because I want authenticity as well as to help people, like, right? To show
Hmm.
people what the journey is real. Like, it's not any type of
Hmm.
flaws, but it's been the best this thing right here called sobriety has been the best thing I've ever. It's like I'm on a roller coaster every day, and I'm trying to win. Like,
Hmm.
it's so crazy, bro. But it's one of the best times I could ever, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Do you happen to have like a date or a time that has been just stand out for you that makes you excited, motivated?
What a day. September 4th.
Oh,
That's my
was it
refocus. That's my
September
reset.
4th?
Yeah, that's my reset. That's my refocus. That's the day I like. Okay, let's what we gonna do next? How we gonna keep this thing going? Yeah,
Right. My
yeah,
birthday is
yeah. How
September
she went
6th. So
down.
that's why I was excited for the September 4th. So I was like, my
Yeah,
birthday on the
September 4th.
6th.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How am I convince her to love me one more year? Yeah, yeah,
But then you're
yeah.
doing a great job. And so what's next in regards to what you have planned? And do you Arthur's Pen, you said it's going to release in mid-September. And I wanted to make sure before I ask that
Mhm.
last question that, we get that
Yes.
introduction. What's next for you in regards to your plans?
Honestly, I hope that I can grow this thing so much and I can help so many people that I can become a philanthropist, and that I can start working from wherever I'm at, wherever my laptop and my internet is, so that I can help more people. So that I can start doing speaking engagements to be a larger light. Um, and I think that's probably my year to 2 year plan, to be able to do it from wherever I'm at, to be able to walk and be a light wherever I'm at, and to be a philanthropist. Just knock down some of those barriers, and some of those barriers are mental and some are financial. So
And it's so important too for men to see other males. When how do you talk to young boys? As I know you mentioned that you talk to men, but young boys that might be even starting, because right now I know Justin is working on, and then I'm so passionate because I have the president of my foundation for 16 years, but this Apps with AI live that's coming out here, or appsbuiltwithai.com, is coming out here soon to compete with the Lovables and the other base 44s and all the different opportunities to bring your visions to life. How important is it to be able to currently continue to encourage this platform and to continue to build Apps with AI, what Justin is doing over there, because he's doing a great job. But how important is it for us?
yeah, definitely. To address briefly your question, how do I speak to young men? I tell them that nobody checks on Superman. I have a thing called kryptonite, and I tell them nobody checks on Superman. So you need to check in with yourself before somebody gets a hold of you and put that kryptonite in front of you. But along,
Wait a minute, do that again. Like you got to do that full screen. Like
no.
wait, say that again. That was awesome. I was like, dang, I was trying to find the button.
I tell my young men, nobody checks on Superman. Nobody check on him until he's down. That it's a piece of kryptonite in front of him and he's dying. Like, nobody checks on him, so they need to check in with themselves and need to find somebody that can help them remove that negativity, so they can work on themselves with some support. So I tell my young men all the time. And Apps Built with AI, and just piggybacks that mindset, that abundance, that all the things that we want to pour into our youth, whether it be our young men, our young women, our young adults, our older adults, our seasoned adults. We want to pour all that positive energy, take away that negative energy, knock down those barriers. We want to help people really just become their real, true selves. And if you are quiet and successful, fine. If you need to be loud and successful so that people can see that light, we'll help you with that too. So just across the board, man, I want people to live their best life. I want them to enjoy them life. I want them to know that even though something negative may be happening to you, there's positivity on the other side of that. Like, I want them to know that wholeheartedly.
Let's go. And you know what's so crazy to me is a couple of things. I love the updates to the platform, but I love the growth in you. Like, if anybody here, I can't wait. The way that the way that you're speaking, the way that you're actually, I am very impressed with time. Like, I know sometimes it's and I know people hate when I say congratulations and thank you a lot and things like that, because it was a space of time when I didn't get it. Like, when I would do things. And so when I see things in people, I don't wait until, and it aligns with your app, but I don't wait till people pass away. Thanks. I tell people in the moment, I capture the moments. That's why you saw me with the video camera all throughout. I haven't even had time to post that content yet. Yeah. I even was looking through it for today. Like, I haven't had time because I'm building our ecosystem for our Building Wealth and Legacy with AI. So it's crazy, bro, like how important it is for legacy. So I want you to tell us, before we actually let out here, with the movement, find the leak, fits the plan, build the legacy. What does that mean when you hear that for you?
Say that one more time. Restate your question for me. I'm sorry.
Find the leak, fits the plan, build the legacy.
Oh, yes.
What does that mean when you hear that for you as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur?
Man, that's groundbreaking, because let's find where the hole is.
There we go.
Let's patch it up, and let's make sure that we can either sustain the patch or make sure that we can continue to fix it better and better every time.
So I was asking that question just to make sure it was simple enough, and I wanted to hear the clarity of the answer, because I had to make sure I was simple enough, because I know that's what I'm working on. The simplicity. Yeah, so that was the key. And saying this simple, continue to be a light and a shine, because what you're doing and saying yes in these different situations, it's nothing but inspirational for those, myself included. Like, just it excites me to see transformation in God's work. So thank you for being you. Thank you for saying yes to this conversation. And is there anything else? I'll make sure that I put the your link in the chat. Is there anything else you want to leave people with? I know you're going to come back because we're going to keep doing the pitch competitions because I'm down, bro. You just let me know how you want to get back started. Because again, I've learned how you reach that trillionaire status. I mean, of course, we're going to hit billionaire, but the trillionaire status is being able to be creative and communicate simple and clear. So that's why I'm doing these lives. That's why I'm working on myself to be ready for the opportunity, because you got to be able to speak to Elon Musk and explain to him in 10 words or less to get them trillions. You can't be there for 5. They're not waiting on 50 minutes. They want 10 seconds. What you got? Yeah. And so you have to be able to come that thing and swing, building wealth with legacy and AI and be hit it out the park. So I say all that to say thank you, seriously, Darryl, for all of what you're doing in the community, for your family, for yourself, and to build legacy, because I love to align with positive people. So I just want to tell you thank you for doing this too. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Anytime.
So where can people find you so I can let you back to your day so I will be good? And Michelle says she was impressed. Yay, we got Michelle.
That means a lot from Michelle.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, Michelle.
That means a lot. So afterspend.com. You definitely sign up for the waiting list. I'm also in each of the WhatsApp groups. Tuesday is my Tech Tuesdays. I do I believe the second and the last Tuesday of the month. It's on the calendar. So definitely I'm all over the place, y'all. So definitely check in. I love a good vibe. I'll be there to help you out.
And so can they hit you on a New York distro as well in regards to promotion, or you didn't want?
You can. It's for bigger platforms. It's similar to your 4 imprints, your 4 all promos. So they have some bigger ticket items if you need it for organizations or churches. But the inventory is there. So just let me know.
Gotcha. Oh my gosh, D, thank you for saying yes, and I appreciate you so much, bro. And I'm gonna ask for the testimony. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, I got you all day.
All right, bro. Thank you so much for the conversation.
All right, everybody enjoy your day. Stress less.
Let's go. Come on. If that does not excite you, come on. My guy Batman and Robin at it again. He was amazing, right? Absolute with AI Live with Adriane Mayes. I love this opportunity to talk to my business owners. Did you enjoy it like I did? Let me get some love in the comments if you did. He turned grief into an award-winning app. Darryl Gaines in Buffalo, New York to Detroit, Michigan. The excitement comes because I love how God aligns things. Legacy is so important, right? And honestly, hearing the Nitty story in regards to Arthur's pen and having it down from traditions from generations. That's not just his grandfather. And then just to hear his insight on how he talks to other young men and encourages mental awareness. And how he even shared, like in September, like his app is going to be finally live, showing you different opportunities. Hopefully you enjoyed this conversation as much as I did, as having the background of being about that life. Being in a situation where I've sat with families and having to sign that information and gone to funeral homes and seeing the pain that has to happen. And like Tunde mentioned during earlier, if you have all these things taken care of, that's what Arthur's pen is going to bring up to the table. And we'll make sure that when he actually has it live, that we'll bring him back on so he can walk us through how everything works. But I'm just so thankful for the conversation because, again, he's an introvert, minus Shell, right? He's an introvert that's saying yes to opportunities. He's saying yes to Justin Burns and carrying on the opportunity. And did you see the updates to the site? I'm scrolling through and it's supposed to launch soon. So shout out to Justin Burns, because seriously, I did not know that all these updates were being done. Like I got to give Justin a shout out again. Like, great job, bro. So lovable base 44. Y'all gonna have something. Let me scroll back up here. Y'all are gonna be in trouble. Like, great job. And so the great thing that I love when you build with people that are building, you don't have to ask questions for people that are taking action. This is so clean. This is so, and the great thing is, if you didn't see last week's show, then I definitely understand. So I have to give him a shout out, but then I got to give Leak Finder AI a shout out too, right? So definitely the interactive financial leak estimator finally got this going. So excited to align with our book, as you see on the screen. Of course, you can support Building Wealth and Legacy with AI, but Enika Gaines and Adriane Mayes, we have our book and we have our interactive tracker. We have our thing, so leapfinderai.com. We finally have things going. So I just want to say all that to say this. Okay. Breathe. That's what Darryl did during his pitch competition. He told all of us to breathe. He told us to slow down, take in the moment, and then that's when he went into the actual pitch. That was so awesomely different. And I wanted to bring it back up to say, just breathe through the moments that you are or might be kind of frustrating right now, or things might not be all lined up. Keep going. Just keep going, because you know what? You have an opportunity to breathe. When those people that have passed away, and thank God for Arthur's pen for something like this to be able to help those individuals and families that need to actually do that planning and readiness. But the great thing is, when you learn how to breathe through family frustrations, breathe through finance frustrations, heck, breathe when your app isn't working right and your technology just goes out and everything starts going wrong. Just breathe. It's the simplest thing, but sometimes the hardest thing for you to process. But here's what I want to share with you. If you keep facing everything and recovering, like Darryl shared with us earlier, just knock it down and just keep at it. Keep going. And then when you don't have enough, when things get too rough for you to keep going, what you do? Come lean on the community. If you don't have a community, come find at Adriane Mayes. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. I'm not really on TikTok, but you know what I'm saying? Find somebody that you can actually not be alone, because there's no reason in 2026 and beyond. And then if you don't want to even talk to a person, get on board with AI. AI will change your life. It is not what everyone might seem it to be. It could be your best friend. Look, I've been named 4 of them. So have fun with it. Enjoy this life, because you only have one. But the key thing is about this life, when you find the leak to fix the plan, to build the legacy, it's you versus you. It's no one else but you. When this actual book was on Amazon Live and it's finally in our hands and you can feel it, it's a different feeling because it's our story. It's my life. It's not just me just doing something. This tech that Justin Burns has introduced us to be able to leverage opportunities. And now he's coming out with a whole platform. Like, I am so excited about what's next. So again, my friends, it's like God gave us a walking webinar, as we've been working on our $1 million webinar and in our webinars and our Facebook ads and our Google ads and things of that trainings. But my point is this, and I'll leave you guys. In this time and day and age, you don't have to watch everybody. Heck, you don't have to watch anybody. I want you to watch you. I want you to go look in your mirror, and I want you to go look at yourself. Stop making excuses for whatever your why is, for whatever the dream that you have in your mind, for whatever you want to acclaim. Billionaire journey, maybe. Millionaire, okay. But whatever it is, go for it and go all in. Put all in, because Adriane Mayes, Enika Gaines, we're all in for change, for you to be the best version of yourself today. That's what we range. That's what the people that we align with, just people that are motivated for change. So thank you so much today for showing up. Nichelle, my girl, showing up. Darryl Gaines for showing up. TA came through and showed up as well. Anybody that's watching it live as well as the replay, thank you for showing up. Because again, like Nichelle said, introverts unite. Y'all had each other's back. And then now we're going to continue to grow and build. And I guess, look, he didn't even tell me that we're going to be doing pitch competitions in the future, but I guess we're doing pitch competitions in the future. You know, I'm in. I'm like, okay, cool. We're doing pitch competitions. Let's go. So let's do whatever God has designed, because if we're here to help someone, you never know who you will impact on the way to your why. And these individuals that Justin Burns has put together, that's why I want the AI Legacy Builder Circle community to be just as strong as his, because we connect on WhatsApp. We connect in the community online. And heck, in Atlanta, Georgia, we do it live as well. So, hey, that's how family works. Go find one. And if you don't have one, come on with us. We got you. Adriane Mayes, holler at me. Building Wealth and Legacy with AI. Find the leak, fix the plan, build the legacy. I'm looking for you to take action. And hopefully you enjoyed today, because next week we got a special treat as well. Today, thank you for the heart. Come on, Nichelle. You said, let's go. What's how Justin do us? Abundance is our birthright. Let's end this thing with a bang, okay? From Detroit, Michigan, what up, though, to the world. go. Thank you so much for tuning in to AI Legacy App Talk Live. Don't forget to join the community. Come on, I have to make sure the AI Legacy Builder Circle community. Get involved. It's so simple and easy to make sure that you're not alone. That's how we're doing it. We're building community together. Thank you so much, y'all. I love y'all. Same time next week. Let's get this going. I can. I will. I am victorious. What up, though? Adriane Mayes to the world. Find the leak. Fix the plan. Build the legacy. Let's go. This is.